Time's running out for him. With yellow flags again. Oh,
No way! I cannot believe it! Father in contact!
Everyone is fighting here. It's almost for white going into the hairpin.
Goes over to the left as well. Derek going down the inside, goes takes it to turn one. Almost close there.
God, is this a fantastic race! Lost a bit of tire grip here. Man, it's in 3 seconds! Raw
Gets it.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GSR Season 15 Tier 1. We're back for round 7 and we are at the beautiful Silverstone circuit here in the heart of England, the home of British motor racing, for the next race in this season of GSR. And once again, I'm not alone. I have, as usual, Matt on my side, who will be guiding us through this race as well. Welcome, mate. How are you doing, Matt?
Hello, I'm doing quite good. Can't wait to see racing today in this legendary racetrack. Obviously, one where all of it started, one where Formula One World Championship started. And will be interesting if anyone can challenge Overdrive this time out after his spectacular win in Spa. Once again, even though Speed Demon got the pole, Overdrive got the win, and I think it's a good moment as Speed Demon goes on top of our leaderboard so far in qualifying with around 30 minutes to go. I think it's good if you go over to the results from the previous race.
Yeah, and there you're saying something. I forgot to prepare those. But
Oh,
don't worry,
that's
I've got them in a second here. There we go, and they're like a little bit.
through. Let's go.
I don't know why it does
Uh,
that. So it's so weird.
Nah, don't worry. But I think I could, as I started, I could go over them
Yeah.
quickly. We can do the standings. So as we can see, Overdrive won with only 5/10 of a gap to Speedymon. Speedymon was constantly in the contention for the win over the whole race, as was Mad Max Trixie. But Trixie did end up with a penalty. He won it on track, from what I remember. Yes, and his appeal of that penalty didn't go through, so he finished P3. And then we had Kuro in his first outing as a full-time McLaren driver and delivering some great points for Overdrive's challenge for his championship. Then we had Laza finishing in P5, Rizlas at P6, Aiden P7, Assassin, Nick, and Jimbo rounded out our top 10, with Jimbo spectacularly crashing out right at the finish, but the stewards decided to give him that P10, and he was confirmed with a point for the end of that race in Spa.
I still try to figure out why it does that, but yeah, okay. Yeah,
I see you're trying to play with colors.
Yeah, I try everything to fix it. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, either way, thanks Matt then for the rundown of what happened last week then at Belgium. What? Okay, there's a lot of things weird. But okay, then we could also take a quick look at the driver standings now that we are halfway through the season. We have 6 races done, so 6 more to go. So yeah, like I said, exactly at halfway point now. Overdrive leads in the standings ever since the first race of the season, with 3 wins now out of the season, 5 podiums out of 6 races as well. It's an incredible good performance that he is showing, leading with 111 points ahead of Speed Demon, who is obviously our qualifying king in this season, but is yet to convert a pole position into a win. He has a bit of bad luck, I could say, some could say. But nonetheless, still in reach for the title, 80 points. So yeah, 31 points behind Overdrive. So quite a big gap already, but it is nothing out of the ordinary now to challenge Overdrive. Then we have Trix in P3 at the moment. He's on a very good run at the moment. Then we've got Vapor in P4, Lazar in P5, Hitman P6, Kuro P7. Then we've got Nick in P8, 8 in P9, and Barty rounding up the top 10 at the moment. You've got anything left to say for the drivers fight at the moment, Matt?
Just that Overdrive declared that he will miss Monza, which is the race after the Christmas break, the next race after today's one. So just also good to mention that after this race, Tier 1 goes into a Christmas break, and the whole GSR obviously goes into that after the Tier 2 race just before, a couple of days before Christmas. And we will restart just after New Year's. But also just wanted to mention additionally that Vapor is back after 1 week of absence due to some technical difficulties. So can't wait to see what he can do, especially as it is his own home race, as is for most of our challengers for the title. So we'll see how he can do.
Yeah, definitely. And then last but not least, we take a look at the constructor standings at the moment, where we can see McLaren comfortably in the lead for the moment, at least 142 points for the British team from Woking, ahead of the Alpine team with 97 points. And then very close behind, we have Haas as well, only 3 points behind the Alpine team. So very close between P2 and P3. Then we also have Sauber in P4, not too far away, on 84 points. So very tight fight for P2 in the constructors at the moment. Then we've got a little bit of a gap to Racing Bulls in P5, Red Bull then closely behind in P6. We've got Williams in P7 at the moment, Ferrari in P8. Then we've got Aston Martin in P9, and Mercedes currently at the bottom of the table with only 14 points so far.
I think much more was expected from Mercedes going into this season, especially seeing Liverpool's Jonas form, considering our sister league ETSR. But it's really just been disappointment so far this season for him and for the whole team. So they sit now in the bottom, but maybe they could salvage something over the course of the next half of the season.
Yeah.
As we will go back now into qualifying with Speed Demon, just as we're back here, taking back the top position. We had some switches. Aaron Gibbo got a nice lap in. Overdrive got up to P2 in the background as we were going through the standings, but now Speed Demon is on top with probably one more run ahead of everyone. So we will still await those, as we will watch now what Larsy Boy can do for Ferrari, this time without his long-standing teammate 8.
Yeah, although I think Lassie isn't on a lap right now. No, he's pretty slow. He finished the lap probably, so let's see who else might be on a lap. We have Souls here. Currently in P11 in the Mercedes. You mentioned Mercedes. They need to pick up some more points now in the second half of the season if they want to improve. Today could be a good place for them to score some decent points, hopefully, as we see Liverpool then coming through the final sector here, through the last couple of corners now on this very iconic circuit, where I never can remember the names besides a couple of corners. Anyway, then also it's through the final corner goes, and goes inside the top 10, at least for the moment.
Yes, indeed. He's circling around where he basically has been for the whole season so far. Just worth mentioning, as we switch onto to see if any other driver is on the lap, Vapor has invalidated. As we see Matt here on the lap, F1 2025 Matt. Just while we're watching over that, I think it's worth mentioning as well that our Miranda, 42, has joined Tier 1 now, has moved up from Tier 2 as he couldn't make Tier 2 anymore, and he had had the pace to be considered in the move up, so he has been moved up. And meanwhile, I was speaking of that, Matt invalidated his lap in the end.
Yeah, that's something that can really quickly happen at a fast flowing track like Silverstone. Folks, in the meantime, though, he got up to P12 after he also done his first lap of the session then. So let's see, we have Trixie on the lap, if I'm correct. Yes, but now he seems to go slowly here. Got a
As you're
Mercedes alongside
mentioning,
him. Yeah.
yeah, but as you're mentioning, fast flowing track could be a problem for warnings because it's easy to invalidate or get a warning in the corner they just exited, which is Stowe, right before the final chicane. And also obviously Maggots and Beckett's, which are very fast complex of corners. And they may catch some people off guard pretty simply.
Yeah,
With the
definitely.
curves being very inviting to try to maximize the speed through those free corners.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna see some mistakes happening there as well. Odin also saying in the chat he hates this track, he needs to practice more because he never raced on wheel on it. Yeah, Silverstone definitely one of those tracks where I wouldn't say it's easy to when you start on wheel because it's a very unique challenge. I mean there are a lot more easier tracks on the calendar. And we also pole prediction, Matt, for today. What do you say?
Well, as we see the drivers coming out, actually, I think that is no, that's Nick. I thought that's
Yeah.
Speed Demon. No, that was Speed Demon. Yeah, that was Speed Demon. Indeed, just going out of the pit lane. I was gonna just mention him. It may be a commentator's curse now, but he's been so consistent in qualifying, and I think there's no one else that could realistically beat him. Although all of those drivers, once again, I will mention it's his home race. Aaron Gibbons, Trixie, Overdrive, Vapor, Daniel. I think also Small Connor would be from Great Britain, Liverpool. And then we only have Nick, who is, I think, American, and Souls, who is Dutch. So from our top 10, 8 drivers, from my memory, are British. So it will be a fight for all of them, basically, to try to claim the glory in the top tier of GSR today. But we must, I think, focus on Speed Demon, who will try his best to get another pole, and we'll see if he can do that soon on his lap.
Yeah, I definitely say you can't count out Speed Demon. I'm gonna be a bit more risky and I say Trixie on pole. Because I believe he's been doing very good in the last few races. Not really good in the qualifying, so not bad as well, but obviously Speed Demon was always there or some other drivers, but I do believe that today might be today when Trixie takes pole, so I'm gonna go with Trixie as we see now Speed Demon's teammate Nick come through the first sector. It's a little bit quicker than on his last best lap time. But let's see what he can do in the last bit of the lap then, as this is gonna be his final run. Odin is saying 8 on pole. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult for 8 to be on pole now. But either way, here comes Nick then through the S's, through Maggots, Chapel. No, wait, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Got a little bit of traffic ahead on V-Cup Racing Ball and a Haas. Hopefully they make way nicely for him. Yes, they do. So through he goes into the last couple of corners now for Nick then on his last seconds in qualifying. Let's see where he can put the Sauber.
Oh, invalidated.
Yeah. Oh,
Invalidated on the exit of Stowe.
yeah, at the very end of the lap. That's unfortunate for him. Let's see who
Let's
might be
switch back
next.
to Speed Demon will be close to finishing his lap, and
Yeah.
behind him Aaron Gibbo, both seemingly improving actually. Speed Demon now going into the Stowe corner and into the final section of the lap. Can he not invalidate and keep a little bit of his battery onto the exit of the start finish straight? He's doing well with it. He's within the track limits. It looks very clean and nice. Let's see if he can improve. Yes, by 1/10. He's improving, but let's see Aaron Gibbo just behind him. He improves also, and it's 300ths of a second between them. But Speed Demon is so far on pole as we now watch Trixie. Also Overdrive finishing his lap, and Connor will finish his lap, and our newcomer who is putting in some great effort, but Overdrive now through the final chicane. That was a little bit of improvement, but let's see if he can get up there. Yes, he can, but it's not quite much. It's P3 so far. Liverpool also finishing his lap.
Yeah, Vapor then is one of the next guys to cross the line. We've got the Ferrari of Lasubai goes up to P12. Here comes Vapor then, P3 for him. Good lap time from him then as we are watching then Trixie who did a mistake out of the S's. No improvement then for Trixie who will start the race from P5 at best. Let's see, we got ART Daniel then also through the final corner now. Where will he put the car? He stays P7. Nick goes into the pit lane and that is qualifying over. And once
Very
again,
competitive one.
yeah, once again, pole position then for Speed Demon. His 5th of the season in 7 races.
I think so.
I think so.
That's a crazy statistic.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Speed Demon is just a pure force in qualifying. Let's see if today maybe finally be the day where he can put it all together and bring it home in P1 as well. So let's see then.
Yeah, 5 out of 7 pole
5 out of
positions.
7.
Yeah, and 2 pole positions last season. So 7 pole positions without any win, and also so many podiums. I think around 8 podiums also. So wow, it's an incredible statistic.
Yeah, alright, here we have then the full quality results, of course. So our starting grid for today's race. 16 drivers will take on the home of British motor racing. Let's see if I can...
Oh, I'm very sorry for Daniel and Liverpool. They're Irish, and Aaron is Scottish, and I'm not sure if Trixie is for sure Indian, but yeah. But there is quite a spread actually. It's pretty much a home race, but they're not like I I I, I basically want to be clear and not like say, oh, you're all under British,
Yeah.
flag or something. People want to consider themselves, apart as like Scottish or of course Ireland is a country apart from the United Kingdom. So I just wanted to specify that as we indeed seemingly have a dry race, although the temperatures could be a trouble if anyone will start on hards, as it is very dark. It is very gloomy, very British.
Yeah, I just thought the same. This is like typical British weather that we have ahead of us here. Although, like I said, I don't think we have rain today. Not being forecasted at least. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna definitely be an interesting race. It is a track where you can overtake. It's a track where you can fight. That's for sure. So yeah, let's see if we see a lot of it today. Be would be quite good.
Indeed.
Uh,
We are waiting. We're having an inception moment with the telebeam on the left of our screens, as we see a copy of
yeah.
a copy of the same image. It's pretty funny. As we see, and we will go on to the start of the formation lap finally.
Yeah, and we're obviously gonna take a look at the tires. That's the most interesting stuff. We see most drivers starting on the mediums. Damn it. There we go. That was fixed. We actually only have 2 drivers not starting on the mediums. We have Lazy Boy in P13 starting on hards. And 2 places behind, we have Boast in P15 who will be starting on the softs.
Yeah, it's pretty evenly evened out then, and therefore I just don't think anyone could benefit from any strategical benefits. Only maybe if there would be a safety car and someone would go for a longer overcut, but I think it's the tire wear is going to be pretty equal between all the drivers, I would say, as they are also on par in terms of pace, most of them. So it'll be interesting to see then. It's two stop. No, it's a one stop, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I don't think anyone is doing medium hard.
No,
I
that would
guess
be
everyone is
horrendous.
doing medium hard. So.
Well, I've never done any races here in Silverstone, so I don't know how the tire wear is actually.
Yeah, to be fair, I've not done many as well. I've only done very few, but I think tire wear is quite high here actually. So
Okay, then
yeah,
we'll see.
maybe.
It'll be interesting then.
Yeah. Either way,
Small
then.
Connor trying to distract.
Yeah. Here we go then. Matt, I'll let you do the honor.
Yeah. Ooh, Aaron Gibbo setting himself up very sideways.
No.
Immediately gonna try to benefit from perhaps a worse start from Speed Demon. But yeah, as we wait now for every driver to slowly line up, and we will wait for the lights to come on. We've now set up, we can see how Aaron Gibbo has set himself up, and let's see if it benefits him. 5 lights are out, and we are underway for the British Grand Prix. And actually, it's a great start from Speed Demon. Great getaway. Aaron Gibbo ghosted through him a little bit behind. We see a battle between Overdrive and Vapor for P2. Aaron Gibbo stays behind Speed Demon. Pretty good defending from him. Vapor also is working harder to defend his P3. We have some position switches. Liverpool is up to P6. Small Connor went down a little bit in our leaderboard. Ferrari driver is getting swarmed behind, but Speed Demon with a great start, holding on to the lead. Aaron Gibbo behind him, going a little bit wider, and Vapor is very close now, trying to use the switchback, and perhaps into Luffield he will get big slipstream from Aaron Gibbo. 1 tenth separating them. Let's see, Vapor will go for this daring move. He is trying to down the inside of Luffield, and Aaron Gibbo goes very wide. But he holds on to the position actually. Vapor was not able to capitalize on that. I don't think if it was fully legal, but Aaron Gibbo stays in P2 for now. As Vapor follows him behind Overdrive, Trixie, all of them on the hangar straight. Liverpool with a great start, as I mentioned. We already have a yellow flag, and it's F1 2025 Matt. Spun round on the exit of Mackett and Beckett. Now going through the final corners of lap 1. Overdrive, they're defending from Trixie actually behind, but he's not able to capitalize, although now very good exit from Trixie there. Getting closer and closer to Overdrive. Perhaps an attack into turn 4 could happen on lap 2. Oh, he's trying it down the inside, but not quite. Overdrive defense for now. F1 2025 Matt retires on track, unfortunately. We're not seeing a safety car. As a very good exit from Trixie there, and he takes P4 actually from Overdrive, although both of them have DRS. Will Overdrive be able to defend round the outside of Brooklands? What a great battle here, but Trixie gets the better traction and gets up to P4.
Yeah, that was a brilliant fight that we just saw here, and overall was a very clean start from everyone. We didn't have any yellow flags at the start itself. Obviously, we got the yellow flags for F125 Matt and the end of the second sector, but despite that, we didn't have anything happening at all. We have Small Connor and Liverpool here going side by side, clearly into the S section, but they both know it is better to not risk anything in those early stages of the race. So far, everything seems to be pretty calm. Every driver is well behaved. We have Jim and Boy switching positions in the background, but we also have Aaron Gibble. I think he did a mistake. The gap was pretty close, 2 tenths, and now it's over nearly over 6 tenths. I think he maybe did a mistake here in the last couple of corners as Boy comes in for his first pit stop.
Indeed, that's Small Connor also there. Took back his P6 position that he started from Liverpool. And Liverpool actually under pressure now from Daniel as Daniel goes down the inside into turn 4. And now they made a bit of contact there. But all seems to stay pretty clean as Liverpool holds on to the position. But now with the help of DRS, Daniel is really close. Using all of his battery, will he be able to attack to Brooklands? Perhaps down the inside, he's trying to go for that. Liverpool trying to defend with a wider line. But this could favor Daniel now. He's trying to go for the better line through here, through Laffield. Now into the old start finish straight, the old pit straight. Oh, Daniel went there very wide, no chance for a move there. So he's lost a couple of tenths to Small Connor, and actually Larsy Boy is on yellow flags. There's a yellow flags around Larsy Boy.
Yeah, Larsy Boy retired in the pit lane. All good, all good.
Ah, he retired. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah. No, all good, all good. He did retire in the pit lane, which is obviously unfortunate to lose 2 drivers so early on in the race. We have, a three-way fight between Amaranda, Souls, and OWR Assassin. We're going into the last couple of corners here. It's getting very tight between Souls and Assassin. Souls round the outside, tries to keep the position. Assassin gets a step of oversteer. Still side by side out of the fighter cord. Oh, it gets very tight. There is some contact, but yeah, luckily both can continue driving. No one's into the wall, and yeah, that was a pretty hard fight.
I think both have link damage also.
Oh,
because I see Soul having lost an end plate, and I think Assassin.
Yeah,
no, yeah.
So Souls has on the front left end plate.
Limbo there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin doesn't have damage, but but Miranda capitalized on this, and in his first race in Tier 1, he's up into points paying position.
Yeah.
So far on lap 4.
Definitely very good job from Amaranda so far. Let's see if we can keep the pace up for the next 22 laps. So we are in Assassin and Souls still fighting for the position. Side by side through cops they go. Oh, Souls runs a bit wide, and I think Assassin might have the position. Yes, he has. Wait. Didn't? Oh no, okay, Daniel was the rapper with the white livery. I thought it was Assassin for a second. I thought that's.
But Daniel went past Liverpool actually, so they're back into their starting positions basically. So the rapid start from Liverpool didn't really translate into his race pace so far on these first laps, as he is locking up quite a lot. Lost the 2 positions he gained at first. And, well, no, actually he's pulling away a bit from Nick, so if he keeps losing to Daniel, he will stay in this kind of void between the Red Bull driver and the Zauber of Nick. But as we switch back to this fight here, everyone in our top 6 basically is in the DRS train, top 7 with Daniel, top 8 with Liverpool, but they're a bit further away. But it is Vapor who is actually putting on big pressure on Aaron Gibble, but as well behind him Trixie has gotten a fastest lap here and there, and he's also putting some pressure on Vapor, so they're all trying to just put pressure on. If it continues like that, they might just all pit on the same lap, go for the optimal strategy, and we might just see a race on pace basically, pure pace, if we don't get any safety car.
Yeah, that would definitely be something new to GSR, as for the last couple of weeks we always had something happening in the races. So yeah, quite interesting to see how this all unfolds here right now with all the cars so close to each other. And yeah, it's also always switching around. Like at some parts of the track, Vapor is closer to Aaron Gibbo. At some, Trixie is closer to Vapor again and stuff like this. So yeah, always switching around. We have Assassin and Miranda now fighting for position with Assassin getting that position now, getting into the top 10s to secure at least 1 point for now. But yeah, obviously focus here at the front where the leaders and everyone in between are very close together still. So neither of them really can't get away from the other drivers, can't overtake and stuff like this. So yeah, very interesting how this will unfold. If we're gonna see them all just stick it together for optimal tire degradation, although we see Vapor quite yeah, showing himself there in the mirrors of Aaron Gibber, trying to put up the pressure on him. Yeah, or if we're gonna see some brave dive bombs, maybe some brave attacks overall on some drivers at unexpected turns. Yeah, let's see. But for now, top 6 stayed the same, if I'm correct.
Yes, indeed. Because Small Connor returned to his P6 position. The only changes I think between Trixie and Overdrive, as the Haas driver went past Overdrive. Yes, indeed. So as they just hold on to the positions for now, I think we won't see any daring moves from anyone here. Speedyman is just trying to get a move on and try to pull away from them, but because of the DRS, he's just not able. The gap stays stale pretty much within the confines of 5, 6, 7 tenths to Aaron Gibbo. Now Aaron actually has managed to pull away a bit from Vapor, but we're talking marginal differences basically, because as you said, in some corners Aaron Gibbo is able to catch up a little bit to Speedyman, but now again Speedyman got a very good exit onto the Brookland straight and managed to pull the gap up into 7 tenths. Meanwhile, Trixie again putting a little bit of pressure on Vapor, but I think it's not gonna happen quite as much until after the first pit stop, until we're into the second stint and perhaps into the final laps of the race. Because so far they're just trying to stay clean, trying to stay with each other and just feel each other out, see where they position themselves basically for the final stages of this race. As again, Trixie closed in 2 tenths on Vapor there, but now from Maggots and Beckett he's lost quite a bit. Although Vapor there with a big twitch on the exit of Maggots and Beckett, and that is the chance for Trixie to take P3 position and maybe even Overdrive. Yes, Overdrive is also past Vapor.
Oh no!
So a big mistake from Vapor. Oh no! Oh, Vapor is... No! Vapor disconnected. That's what happened there. The AI took over from him. That's unfortunate. Let's try to invite him as quickly as possible. Because now he's losing massively. So Vapor's horrible season continues. And as he mentioned recently, he was gonna try and qualify. As the field got really stacked up, Overdrive with a massive lead in the championship, Speed Demon getting every pole possible. That was the warning sign for Vapor. If he still wants to fight for this championship, he was gonna start qualifying. He couldn't in Spa as he couldn't race, and now he did. He got a pretty good position, but that disconnection is gonna pull him away massively from this battle. It's gonna put him down to P8, couple of seconds away from all of these guys in front as he now joined back, but not gonna favor him. Now only, I guess, a safety car could save him, unfortunately.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate. Unfortunate season so far for Vapor overall. He had very high hopes for the season, trying some new things as well, with starting at the back of the grid and stuff like that, making it a bit more exciting. But yeah, who could have known the game works against him as well, and makes it even harder for him. As we have Nick at Vapor. Oh, okay.
That's ghosting.
Yeah, that was ghosting.
Yeah.
Looked very scary though. But yeah, even Nick got past him now.
But I think Vapor is in now, in his car.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he should be. Oh, maybe?
Yeah, and he's going into the pit lane, I think by himself, because look at the braking inputs. I think that's not AI. I think that's
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
With him dives Jimbo. So hopefully that was his input, and that's his decision to make a, I think, massive undercut, or well, maybe not so massive, but I think 2-3 laps earlier than the top guys will pit. But he needs to try something else, basically. That's the only thing that could get him back into this battle here. As it continues to just stay how it was. Just feeling each other out and waiting for some mistakes and waiting for some moves, for some pit lane moves, perhaps, also quite soon.
Yeah, obviously that's gonna be a big talking point now. What will be the strategy as Souls now gets the first penalty of this race, 3 seconds. Yeah, what will the
Lap
strategy
9.
be like? Yeah, quite early. What will the strategy be like now? Will everybody come in at the same lap to not lose the DRS train basically? Because if you go in too early or too late maybe, and you fall out of this DRS train, that could really hurt your race. Like you could really lose a lot of time, as we have Small Connor, I believe, coming in.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Small Connor then. The next one, or the first of the proper front runners, I have to say, sadly now after Vapor had a disconnect.
Liverpool also.
Yeah, so what will be the question now? Will they all come in now, or will they wait, or will every lap now somebody else come in? Will they try some undercuts like Small Connor here maybe? Will they try the overcut? This is gonna be very exciting now. Yeah, I believe now it's getting really intense in this race here.
I think this whole group is gonna pit on the same lap, trying to pull those mediums as much as they can to give themselves comfort on the hards. But as you mentioned, it's going out of the DRS train either early or late beneficial. We'll see. Well, we'll see the answers, because Small Connor indeed pitted from this DRS train, and we'll see where he ends up. As the whole group is now gonna travel through Maggots and Beckett's, and probably we'll see some of them pitting as camera here focusing on Vapor, our reigning champion with a purple sector, so he is getting on with it. He is trying his best to go back at it, but he has a massive gap to only Liverpool, who is 3 seconds away from Small Connor. But let's see then. Oh, they're faking the dive, but Speed Demon stays out, and it's Aaron Gibbo and Trixie into the pit lane with Overdrive and Speed Demon staying out. Indeed, they got quite close there. Let's see how the pit stops will go, because their pit boxes are actually quite close. Let's see maybe if Trixie could gain something from it. Now Daniel is very close to Overdrive. Aaron Gibbo stays in front of Trixie. It was a strategic decision. Let's see where they end up, with Connor arriving down the start-finish straight. Actually, Connor has jumped both. Connor is in front of Aaron Gibbo and Mad Max Trixie. Meanwhile, we see a battle here for I think it's P4 on track, or P5. I'm not quite sure now with all the pit stops. But it's Daniel taking the position away from Overdrive. And Speed Demon now with a safe gap to Daniel. He might end up behind all of them, behind Aaron, Trixie and Connor, because look at Connor with only 1 lap of undercut. He was able to jump both of these drivers now, setting himself up perfectly, but he will have 1 lap older tires, and that 1 lap might always be the difference. Meanwhile, we see Jimbo here trying a move on Assassin, as they're both racing behind Nick. As now Speed Demon actually dives into the pit lane, as we see on the map. With him go both Daniel and Overdrive. And now as we follow Small Connor, who is already under pressure from Aaron
Daniel,
Gibbo.
10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. He was a little bit too late on the brakes there. That's really gonna hurt him right now.
That's disastrous for him.
Yeah.
It's such a close race so far.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
And Speed Demon exiting. It's a very painfully slow pit lane. And Small Connor will jump them with ease. Also, Aaron Gibbo and Trixie both get ahead of Speed Demon. Speed Demon has lost the lead of this race. And Liverpool there actually jumped Daniel and Overdrive. Overdrive, our championship leader, is down in P7 as Trixie and Aaron Gibbo now are fighting it out for the P2 position on track, with Small Connor leading this race after a great undercut from him. Amazing stuff from the Ferrari driver.
Yeah, that really now shook everything up. We've got Small Connor here now in the lead. Aaron Gilbert P2, Matrix Trixie P3. Speed Demon now only P4, but he has the fresher tires. Compared to Liverpool and Small Connor, he has 2-lap-old fresher tires. This could maybe be important at the end of this race, you never know. Plus, there also could always be a safety car here at Silverstone, you never know. So yeah, let's see how this unfolds now. Let's see if Speed Demon, who is out of the arrest of Trixie now, could crawl back into, because if he can't, oh, there's the spin in the background, that's Faber into the wall, and he's out of the race! The champion from last season out of this race, and that is the safety car!
And it's a full safety car, he jinxed it! Oh my god!
I just said it!
That's an awful continuation of the season for Vapor. Oh my god. That's huge. And now Daniel actually will be able to serve his penalty and go out with a clean slate, although a bit down, but it won't lose him as much as he will just be there in the queue. But incredible. Wow. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, yeah. Whenever you think the season from Vapor can't get any worse, it gets worse. So that is very, very crazy. I want to know, we're halfway through the race. I wonder if we see anyone putting on mediums from the guys who are in now. It doesn't look like
imagine if Speed Demon and Overdrive went just one lap more.
Yeah, obviously Speed Demon must be very annoyed now. Just one lap more, and he had a very comfortably lead. And we're pretty much.
And Overdrive would be P2.
Yeah, Overdrive P2. Yeah. Very interesting to see Souls on mediums still. So he has to do another pit stop. He probably will not go to the end on those tires. So yeah, he will fall down the order. He also has a 3-second time penalty. That will not gonna happen. But yeah, that's the infamous Silverstone safety car. I mean, yeah, chances of a safety car here are pretty high. But yeah, let's see then. Small Connor then will lead him away, probably. Unless he comes into the pits, which I doubt. But yeah, he will lead him away. Everything's bunched up again. The gaps are non-existent anymore. Everyone will be within the DRS range, so this will be very interesting now. I'm quite a little bit sad maybe, because it would have been very interesting to see if Speed Demon can catch back up or stuff like that, or Overdrive maybe can fight its way through the field, but I'm happy with that as well. We have now no gaps anymore. We have Salt coming in, changing his mediums now, and not serving his penalty, but getting rid of those tires so you can also go to the end then. Means Overdrive now into P6.
He will have the precious tires. But of course we know the pace difference, so but maybe he could get a point or two going probably from the bottom of the field, or will Box get ahead of him? That's actually quite interesting to look at on the minimap. Let's see. Box just loses out. Just Salt keeps P12. But I just also meant with the penalty. It was actually quite late for a penalty, I'd say, in GSR race, even for tier 1, and it's the only penalty so far in this whole race. So me speaking about warnings was actually a bull crap, basically, because they are doing an outstanding job. Very clean race so far from everyone. Just I guess it just pains Speed Demon to be in the same position over and over again. And it's again due to his strategy. It's again to just not try to undercut. But of course, it would be risky for him to undercut as the leader, you know. So it's like 50-50. But we'll see what he can do now going from P4 on this restart that will probably happen in this lap, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. Safety cars coming in, and to be fair, maybe a point in for Speed Demon is that it's Silverstone. It is the track where you can overtake, although it looked quite difficult, I have to say, the first couple of laps with the DRS train. But either way, it is a track where you can overtake, where it is definitely possible. So yeah, let's see what we have ahead of us now for the last 12 laps of this race. Small Connor then will lead him away. He's waiting very longly. Longly? Do we say that? I don't know. But either way, then
Longy.
Aaron Gibble, yeah, Aaron Gibble right behind, and I think Small Connor might be going now. Yes, we go racing again into lap 15. Small Connor then in the lead for Ferrari. Then we have Aaron Gibble in Williams, Trixie then in P3 for Haas, and Speedyman, the pole sitter. Can he maybe finally get this win done from P4? We're gonna find out. Everything's pretty calm here at the front so far, although Aaron Gibble is very close to the back of Small Connor, who might already would go for the move into the next corner now, as Small Connor tries to break it through. But here he comes, Small Connor. Ah, not quite close enough. Oh, it gets very close. Speedyman very close to the back of Trixie as well. You can see all those different lines through the corners here. That is so beautiful for this track. And now Aaron Gibble is actually the one under pressure from Trixie, who wants to take that P2. We also have a fight further up in the back, but concentrating here at the front, of course, as Trixie can't go for the move here. And now there are the Asses. No chance to go there. Now it's just keeping your head down, staying in touch with the car ahead of you. And then go for the chance into the next corner. Let's see who's the closest. Oh, I think Overdrive might be pretty close to Liverpool, actually.
Yeah, indeed, trying to put some pressure, going in to stop down the inside, a daring move, a very late move from Overdrive. I think they made some contact and Jonas got a little bit pushed away onto the runoff of Stowe. But Overdrive takes this move very ruthlessly, and now Daniel is already pressuring Liverpool also for P6 position. But now it will be much easier for them because they have the DRS. So Aaron Gibble being only 2/10 away from Connor, he might get a chance to make the move for the race lead. On the straight now, going into Brooklands, trying to get the good exit, 3/10 separating them, using all of his battery now. I'm sure Connor is doing the same, but the DRS should help Aaron Gibble, who is closing in and just taking the outside. Small Connor blocks up a bit, but continues to hold the position, although he went a bit wide here in the Laffield corner, and now going into Stowe, now going into Cobbs. Aaron takes the lead position actually. Small Connor trying to pull in back again with the help of ERS, but he was offline a little bit there, so now Trixie is quite close behind, and Speedyman is also only a 10th behind Trixie, so it's very close between all of them, and now they go onto the hunger straight with the help of DRS. Let's see what they can do. The gaps are minuscule, and now Overdrive is actually also putting pressure on Speedyman. Speedyman's greatest arch enemy this season. Overdrive is very close to him, so all of them now battling it out with around 10 laps to go ahead of them, as Aaron now is the one in the lead. Nick here diving down the inside of R. Miranda, who is holding onto the position and pushing Nick away as Assassin made a Hamilton move, taking both of them into the chicane, with Nick losing out massively. Now he stays behind Souls as well. But a great move from the Red Bull driver, just like Hamilton back on what was it? Leclerc and someone else. I don't remember. Verstappen, yes, indeed. As Daniel now also is very close to Liverpool. They're all trying to just scare the other driver away, maybe show themselves in the mirror, but it's not quite enough yet. Couple of laps to go now. They're all very close. And let's see who can take the win in this very intense, very close race so far.
Yeah, what I kind of have a feeling of here is it is basically the same as the laps before the safety car, the laps before the pit stops, where everyone is close together, they're all just trailing behind, but it's just a little bit more aggressive, I feel like. The drivers are pushing a little bit more, being a little bit more on the limits of what the cars can do, and are also a little bit more eager
Look
to
at
go for
Trixie.
moves. Here comes Trixie, for example, on small corner, can't quite make it. And small corner, by the way.
Also got close.
Yeah, oh, and here
And
comes
Speedy
overdrive.
also got wide.
Down the
Oh
inside
my
goes overdrive. No, Speedyman has the inside line side by side. They go through the last couple of corners. Here, I think Speedyman keeps the position for now, but overdrive also has a good exit out of the final corner. Here they come on the run out towards the one who's gonna be ahead. Speedyman or overdrive side by side. They go through a couple of corners here. Little bit of contact and they're still side by side. Speedyman dives down the inside again. Now he has the outside. Who will be ahead? It's gonna be the big question. I think overdrive passes.
Ah! They fight! Oh my god, Overdrive pushes, barters his way very ruthlessly into P4, overtaking Speedyman, while Liverpool, using his DRS to defend from Daniel, getting really close to Speedyman, but he has some other plan behind him. The white Red Bull is attacking massively, and into Copse, he might have a chance of overtaking. He gets very close, going down the inside of Liverpool, going ahead, and Liverpool has to concede that position as he goes really wide from the wide line, getting very offline there. But an incredible battle from Overdrive and Speedyman once again this season, and Overdrive this time takes P4, so he will, thanks to that, basically extend his championship lead, but it's not where the podium battle is happening. The podium battle is here between all of these drivers: Aaron, Small Connor, Tricky, guys who joined during the season, showing that they can fight, they can take the fight up to those to our championship leaders so far, and they're just confirming it through this race, getting great drives, and it just 7 laps to go, 8 laps to go. Let's see who can take this.
Yeah, and I also gotta say, oh, it's getting very tight. Here comes Trixie, then tries to squeeze from the inside on Small Connor. Can't make it. Small Connor stays ahead. This fight, or the fights overall that we're seeing here right now, just proves once again why Silverstone is such a good track. Why it's so much fun to have a race here, to see the cars battling, because you have so many corners where you can go side by side that are flowing into the next one. It is such a beautiful track, and I gotta say, although I'm not quite the biggest fan of racing on it, of driving it, I love watching it, and I love this to commentate this race here with you today, because this is just absolutely phenomenal what we're seeing, and we are far from over. We have, like I said, 7-8 laps to go. So yeah, and still everyone can win this. We have just except souls. We don't have any penalties at the moment that make this thing hard here, that makes us counting the gaps and stuff like that. This is just equal machinery, equal pace, everyone just fighting for the win, fighting for the podium. This is far from over.
It's one of the more intense races of the season, GSR, as there Trixie got very close to Small Connor, and I'm enjoying it a lot too with you, as Liverpool now goes into the pit lane, so that's him out of contention for any suitable points paying positions, and that puts Jimbo up into P7. A very good drive from the Aston Martin driver as Trixie dives down the inside of Small Connor. Small Connor trying to defend here, barring Trixie out of the way, and that gives the chance to Overdrive, who takes P3 position from Trixie. Now Speedyman is very close down onto the Brooklands. Will he be able to make the move? He's trying for a daring move down the inside. Trixie blocks it, but the outside move is also just not there, and Trixie blocks the door, although he's getting very slidey there, very twitchy behind the dirty air of Overdrive, and that has lost the gap out of for Small Connor. It's 8 tenths now between him and Aaron Gibbo. Aaron Gibbo is running away with this race win, and I think nobody who sits behind him will like that. They will try their best. But Trixie also losing out to Overdrive, who is in front of his 2 closest championship rivals, and that just means a perfect race for him, as Armiranda gets the second penalty of today's race. And as we see in the background, Assassin gets past Jimbo, but it's still a great drive from the Aston Martin driver, who is holding on to a P8 finish for now.
Yeah, and I think what I find most amazing is that even though all those guys they are fighting as hard as ever, the gap to the guy ahead never goes above 1 second. So they all stay within the RS range, although they are still fighting the whole time. Even with Trixie now, yes, of course he's falling a couple of positions because of that, but he's still within DRS. He is not out of the contention, not at all, and everyone can still continue fighting here, and everyone is in reach. I think we are Assassin, then the first one out of DRS. He is gonna have a big task ahead of him of getting into the DRS of his teammate there. But besides that's the top 6. I'm just gonna say everyone from the top 6 could still win this. We still have 6 laps ahead of us. Everyone of the top 6 can win this.
But still, with the laps counting down, it will be harder and harder for the ones that are further away to actually get it. So with the laps counting down, guys like Daniel, Speed Demon and Trixie could already be out of contention. But as you said, gaps don't matter, because Small Connor was 8, 9 tenths away from Aaron Gibbo, and he closed in again with the help of DRS and the slipstream pulling him across the whole lap. Meanwhile, Speed Demon from pole position going down to P5, and he's now under big pressure from Daniel as he's closing in every corner, getting very close to the back of the Zauber driver. So Speed Demon in big troubles, and with not great prospect of getting back into the fight for the win. Meanwhile, Trixie closing in on overdrive again with the help of Swiftstream, as Box here spun out in the Cops corner, but fortunately didn't cause any safety car. As we go back to this battle, Aaron Gibbo again extending his gap a little bit, but Small Connor is gonna catch up with the help of DRS again.
Look at the ERS from Aaron Gibbo actually, 92, 95%.
Indeed,
We have Small Connor,
wow.
30% behind, and 30% as well for Overdrive, 40% roughly. Same for Trixie. So Aaron Gibbo is really good on saving his CRS and just use it when he needs it the most. So very impressive from him, while all those other guys, they try to keep up with him. Also at this point, slowly but steadily, is obviously going to be the question now, who has been good to his tires? Like, will we even see someone struggling with the tires towards the end of this race now?
Yeah,
Obviously,
maybe.
Speed Demon, probably not. He came in 2 laps later than the other drug guys, but nonetheless, I think this could be a thing that we're gonna see people struggling with the tires towards the end of this race.
Small Connor will have the oldest ones from the bunch, as he seems to be losing quite a bit to Aaron Gibbo and getting on and off under pressure from Overdrive and Trixie. Trixie is also not giving up this podium, this P3 position, as he gets really close now to Overdrive, trying to maybe have a look down the inside here, not quite yet, but maybe with a good exit out of this corner on the straight with DRS, he might be able, with a little bit of twitch from Overdrive, who lost out a couple of tenths to Small Connor. It might be enough though to keep him within the contention. Yes, indeed, it was enough, the DRS pool from Small Connor to defend his P3 position so far. So, as I said, with the laps counting down, I just don't see anyone being able to close in on each other. They're just so intensely close to each other, but then again, they are not able to pull in too close to make a move. And of course we may see a daring move here or there, but it's just the laps are counting down. I don't see any change even happening. Although Overdrive is very close now to it's just not enough. Even though Small Connor lost a couple of tenths there from Maggot and Beckett to Gibbo, he still managed to catch up with the help of DRS. So as long as all of them have DRS, they're quite fine if they don't make any big mistakes. So that's what they're just waiting for. With all the pressure, as we can see that Daniel is setting upon Speed Demon, he's not able to get past, as Speed Demon is still within the DRS of Trixie.
Yeah, I also wanted to mention that. I think we're gonna see, especially here in turn 3, I think we're gonna see some dive bombs maybe in the last lap or second last lap, because you can see the drivers getting very close there, but just not able to go for the move. And I think maybe on the last lap we're gonna see some dive bombs, maybe from Trixie, as he seems to be quite eager to get that podium spot back, basically, which he lost a couple of laps ago. So yeah, I would keep an eye on him. That's for sure. Oh, and that's it! Daniel into the wall! Oh, he completely lost it. Luckily, he can continue, but that is front wing damage to the Red Bull driver now. And Speedman are also getting a 3-second time penalty. It's all coming together now. It's all coming down. As this race isn't far from over, and that is exactly what we mean by that, as Daniel just completely cuts across. Okay, thank you for that, mate.
I cursed them pretty much because I said that with the laps counting down, the guys who are further away are gonna fall out, and they are quite literally falling out of the battle. Because this 3-second time penalty won't help Speedyman at all, and obviously the spin from Daniel there into the wall.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. Both also retired. On track,
unfortunately. 2 retirements on track.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, and unlucky for Speedyman especially, like, he finally got rid of Daniel behind him, who was putting up the pressure, as we see Trixie going for the move on overdrive. Oh, made contact, and that could open the door for Speedyman potentially, as he gets a very good exit of course. Oh, Trixie pushing him all the way to the edge of the track. I think Speedyman got wing damage also. No, he doesn't.
No, but
sorry.
They made contact. I think that was pretty rash from Trixie to close the door so massively on Speedyman, although there was still a gap there on the straight. I guess just Speedyman wasn't quick enough to try to use it, but that slowed all of them pretty much. And slowly going through the penultimate lap and going into the final lap of the race, it seems like only Small Connor will be able to challenge, if he is able to challenge at all. Aaron Gibbo, as Trixie get a penalty, which pretty much ensures Overdrive's podium, but Overdrive is now almost out of the DRS from Small Connor, so that just favors the Ferrari driver, but he's too far. He's not been able to catch up to Aaron Gibbo. It might be Aaron's race to lose, as Small Connor looks up there, and Aaron Gibbo will go comfortably into the final lap with an 8th gap ahead of Small Connor, trying to hold on to this win. It will be his first win in GSR, and I think second or third start basically, which would be a great joy for the Williams driver.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, also with Speedyman and Trixie, it's very interesting now, as Trixie also got a penalty in the meantime, which makes that position available basically to Speedyman again. Plus, he is outside of 3 seconds of Assassins, so Speedyman will at least stay in P5 at the moment, but still has the opportunity to go for P4 if he overtakes Trixie. So, and obviously he really wants to take the position, as that would decrease the amount of points lost to Overdrive then in the championship. But let's see, he doesn't have many opportunities left. He actually only has pretty much one left after the hangar straight then. So let's see, but in the lead it is still Aaron Gibbo, 8/10 ahead of Small Connor. I don't think there's any chance for Small Connor to go for a move here. No, he's even losing a bit of time through the S's, so I think Aaron pretty much has it in the bag. Back at the other end, with Speedyman also can't go for the move on Trixie. So I think this race will go to end like this. Only a couple of corners to go then. And then we're gonna have a different winner in GSR Season 15 Tier 1. And it's gonna be Aaron Gibbo crossing the line in P1. Small Connor then in P2 for Ferrari, and Overdrive onto the podium.
And Assassin got Speedyman in the end. Wow.
Oh,
what a drive from Assassin.
Oh, 31 thousandths of a second.
Speedyman lost the time at the end of the final sector of the final lap.
Oh no.
300 in favor for Assassin. What a drive.
So unfortunate for Speedyman, but obviously so fortunate for Assassin at the same time. Oh my god. 41,000. Jeez.
Incredible, intense race. Jimbo finishing P7 as well. Great drives from our midfielders, capitalize on all the other drivers' mistakes around getting a clean race and very good one from both Assassin and Jimbo. But as we see Aaron celebrating here, Overdrive again on the podium, and I just have a feeling that Overdrive has this kind of evil dominant aura around him, because no matter what he does and where he basically starts, by the way, that crowd on Silverstone is totally fake. There's like 1,000 times more people there. So the scarcity of those people is not right, but I just feel like no matter what he does, he just ends up on the podium or even winning in the end, which is just incredible from Overdrive again, extending his championship lead on both his championship rivals basically.
Yeah. Fastest lap, by the way, then goes to ART Daniel. Obviously, very unfortunate for him there. Oops, at the end of the race. But yeah, let's see if we can get our top 3 in for some interviews.
Kingdom. But Speed Demon, we won't be able to interview him today, so let's just round it up. What do you think of another lost race from Speed Demon? 5 poles out of 7, no wins in this season.
Yeah, obviously, very unfortunate season for Speed Demon as well. I mean, he is still P2 in the standings, so I'm not sure after this race, to be fair, but I do believe so. Still P2.
He will, yeah.
Still a very good season. It's just that it's always this one bit is missing. Like something always goes wrong. Like either it's gonna be the pace of him, or the strategy, or maybe some bad luck with collisions. So it's always just gonna be a bit misfortune. Like today, for example, just stay out for one lap longer, and there's a safety car, and I'm not gonna say it's an easy win, but it could have been better chances at least for the win. So yeah, very unfortunate for him, and I hope, I pray for him that he at least gets a win at the in this season.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, okay. We move over to the podium interviews room.
Who were you?
All right.
Were you
hello,
there?
guys.
McLaren, yeah.
Yeah. Guys,
Okay.
guys, we're on stream.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. Aaron will join a bit later, so we can start. All right. Yeah. Okay. We start off the post-race interviews then for the GSR Season 15 British Grand Prix Round 7. We start off as usual with our third place finisher, Overdrive. First of all, congratulations on the podium. Thank you for being here. And yeah, let's talk about this race. That was pretty much very exciting to watch, at least. I guess it was also pretty good to race, to drive, but also very, very, what's it called? a bit. I lost it. What?
Stressful.
Yeah, stressful. That's very much sums it up. Or am I wrong?
Stressful is an understatement. I'm not gonna lie. My heart, especially the last few laps, was kind of racing. First of all, congrats to Connor. I haven't really seen a race in this league, so podium on debut is really good. And congrats to Gibbo on getting a win after unfortunate events of last week. But yeah, the race was really stressful. I never really had the pace. Like I said last week, I don't really look forward to driving Silverstone. So I just came into today, I was just like, just maximize the points I can get. And I felt like I put a really good lap in quali, and still it was like 2/10 off pole, and it was P4. So I knew it was going to be a hard race from then. And yeah, just the race was just really hard to manage. Trying to keep up, trying to stay in the DRS train. and it's pretty much impossible to overtake at this track. I'm not gonna lie, there was barely any spots to overtake, and the desperation sort of came out in people. You could see it from Trixie. It kind of came out in me a bit because I knew there was some huge moves that I would need to make if I wanted to extend in the championship. So the move on Liverpool early on had to be done. The move on Speed Demon had to be done, and I got sort of lucky that Connor and Trixie had a mishap, so that really helped.
Yeah. One thing I'm very curious about is what I think I saw during the race. I'm not sure. There were basically there were like two phases of this race. Like the first one before the pit stops, where you all guys from P1 all the way down to P8 or something like that, were in DRS range of each other. You had a beautiful DRS train there, where you all were just I say cruising along. Like there weren't many guys going for a move. And then we had a very similar situation after the pit stop, after the safety car, of course. Again, like the top 6, top 7, again in DRS range, again in DRS range. But it just felt that there was a little bit more, like, fighting, a little bit more aggressive behavior, a little bit more push overall, like, in everything there. Was it for you the same? Like, were you at the same at the first half of the race, where, like, a little bit, yeah, okay, let's see where this is going, just taking care of the tires and stuff like that, not going for any as unnecessary moves. And then again in the second phase, where you would be like, yeah, let's go for the moves this time. It now it's counting, or was it like this?
Yeah, the first half of the race, it was to me, it was all about just managing my mediums. I'd much rather abuse my mediums and then have really good hards. That's just how it is on this game. Hards just seem so good to race with. So I was more chilling in the first stint. I did make a few mistakes when trying to save, hence why Trixie got through. And I think it would have been a lot easier if I had that track position on Trixie, but it's always good to have a challenge. And then the second half of the race, I really wanted to stay out because I saw everyone pit, and I especially lost track position to Daniel right before the pit stop. So I wanted to do one more lap, which could have won me this race if I stayed out that one more lap because Vapor did DNF. And that safety car happened, but it is what it is. You can never predict the future. So yeah, the second half of the race, I was lucky to sort of get back into that DRS train. The safety car just pulled me back in. And I knew there was moves that I had to make for the championship. I had to go for moves on Trixie, had to go for moves on Speed Demon. And once I sort of got past those two, I feel like anything else was more of a bonus. I wasn't going to risk my whole race trying to get Connor or Gibbo because first of all, there was no need. And yeah, Gibbo's pace was just in that last stint in the world of his own. No one could really catch him. And yeah, Connor was just in his DRS the whole time. So it was a bit hard. The DRS train thing sucks, yes. But yeah, it is what it is. It was a great race from the other drivers. So it was just about me maximizing today. And that's what I did.
Yeah, definitely. And also one fight in particular I want to talk about is the fight with you and Speed Demon. You had a very nice fight with him over a couple of corners, actually. Like, it was nearly half a lap, to be fair, at this point. Obviously, this is now this was the fight between P1 and P2 in the driver standings as well. Is that something you think about as well going into those fights? Like, first of all, how did the fight feel for you in general? But also, did you treat it any differently now, knowing it was the driver that is closest to you in the championship at the moment?
I race everyone the same. Obviously, like the position I was in a position to make the move, so I had to try and make it stick. But that obviously is sort of that in cartoons when you have the angel on one shoulder and the demon on the other shoulder, that demon just saying you cannot lose this fight. That's sort of just going through my mind. So when I was sticking it around the outside, I was like, either I get past or like I lose it all, like this race. So I really wanted to get past there. And thank God I did. I've had some close battles with Speed Demon this season. We had a lot in China. We obviously had a really long battle in Spa. And yeah, it was good to go side by side with him again today. And yeah, respect to him for being such a clean racer as well.
Yeah, right. Matt, you've got anything left to ask?
Not in particular. Just Yeah, that was an amazing battle between you, Speed Demon, and I'm glad you both left yourself space and delivered something amazing for us to see. Quite respectable, but wanted to ask you actually about how do you feel? Because you said you'll be missing the next race, Monza, after Christmas, right?
Mhm.
Yes. So how do you feel? How do you feel about missing that, and how do you think that the result of the next race of Monza might affect your championship run? Because yes, you've extended your lead even more today, which is also just crazy to me because you just kind of end up in the correct places and you capitalize well. Um, but if the results go well towards Trixie's or Speed Demon's hand or anyone else's, how will you feel about that, and how will that like affect? Do you think it could affect your championship chase, or do you think it's just a minuscule thing?
Yeah, it's hard to miss a race this late on. Especially the fact I just completely missed out in Bahrain on such a great opportunity. If my gap was 58 points right now, I'd be so much happier to miss a race and just like, come back stronger. But yeah, it's hard sort of think about because you never know what's gonna happen when you're missing. But yeah, I just hope that everyone else performs. I mean, the reason that I'm missing the race is because of exams, and there has been the slight like thought to like, oh, I could sacrifice one SAP exam to make this race, but yeah, no. For now, I'm just gonna bank on the fact that we have a very fast field. I'm banking on Gibbo and Connor to run back what they did today. Take some points off them, but yeah, we'll have to see.
All right, thank you. That'll be all from me, and congrats on your P3 finish from this race.
Yeah, same from me. That will be everything. So, Overdrive, once again, thank you. Congrats to the podium and good luck. Or maybe not say good luck this time, but happy holidays as we're heading into a break. So, and yeah, good luck then after the break for the next races.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Right, we move on over to our second place finisher then, Small Connor. First of all, congrats on the podium. Thank you for being here. Yeah, that was definitely a very enjoyable race, at least for our side to watch. But I guess for you, finishing on the podium must also feel pretty good now after the race.
Yep. I just want to say I mog everyone on that grid. I'm faster than all of them. Trixie, faster than you, and Gibble, faster than you. ART Daniel, where the fuck is he? Yeah, and that's all.
Please no swearing. Family friendly stream.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, but heading into this race, did you expect such a good result today? Did you did that was the race as expected?
Oh, yeah, I knew I was going to win because I'm that good.
Yeah, but also with all those fighting and stuff like that, did you expect that as well? Or how hard was it for you to keep up with the top group the whole race throughout?
Uh, wait, what? Let's do that again.
How hard was it for you to keep up with the front group throughout the whole race?
Oh, it was easy because Aaron's a slow prick. Trix is slow as well. And so is Daniel. So.
Yeah, right. And yeah, okay, and maybe let's talk a bit about the strategy. Obviously, medium hard was the way to go for most drivers, definitely. Did you feel you did everything correctly there as well, or do you feel like you could have maybe come in a lap earlier, a lap later, something like that? Obviously, counting out the safety car for now, because obviously staying out till the
I
safety car
mean,
came out would be good. But besides that, or are you happy with your call today?
I think it was fine. I boxed a lap before everyone, so I know. I then came out P1, so.
Yeah. definitely. Matt, you've got anything to ask?
I think that's everything from me. Congrats on your P2 finish.
Thanks.
Yeah, all right, same for me. Congrats on the
Alright.
podium then, and yeah, thanks for being here, and good luck in the next race, and happy holidays
Yep.
as well.
Yep. But
All right, and
What?
last
The
but
funniest
not
interview
least,
in
we
GSR.
move on to our race winner, of course, Aaron Gibbo.
Yep.
First of all, congrats on the podium, congrats on the win. Thank you for being here,
Yep.
and yeah, let's first of all tell us, did you expect that result today at all?
No, to be honest with you, no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm quite slow here.
All right, but look, heading into the race now, obviously, there was pretty early on a group forming up at the front, like I mentioned earlier, from P1 to all the way down to P8 or something like that. You stayed together. You were
Yeah.
in the group all the time, everywhere, somewhere around there, as
Yep.
well as after the safety car. When was the time that you really thought, okay, this could be a really good race today?
After I boxed and I came up behind the small corner because I know him personally and I know that he likes bottling a lot, so I knew he wasn't going to win. I also just kept him in my DRS the whole time so that no one could get by him.
All right, and how happy are you with your pace overall today? Did you feel like this was a really good race from you as well, or did you feel like you could have maybe, done something different, maybe having a mistake at certain corners that could have been avoidable or something like that, or did you just feel like this was the perfect race today at all overall?
Yeah, I got perfect to be honest. I judged it perfectly. Kept him in my DRS, and you know how this game goes. You can't get by if you're in a DRS train. So yeah, I was pretty confident throughout the race there.
All right, and how difficult was it to overtake today? Because we saw a couple of people struggling, others were a little bit easier. How was it for you heading into certain corners, going for moves? How was that?
I actually found it pretty easy because I was running a lot lower wings than everyone else. So no one could get by me, and I was just rapid on the straights.
Yeah, all right. Matt, you want to ask something?
How are you looking forward to the next races? How do you feel around those tracks that are left in the calendar and the second half of the season?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the calendar is.
Monza
What
is
race is next?
Nice.
Oh,
But-
yeah, I'm
but-
quite good at Monza.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then that's all from me. Congrats on your win.
Yep, thank you.
All right, and yeah, I think I don't actually have any questions as well. Just yeah, salute to you as well. Congratulations on the podium, on the win, and yeah, thanks for being here, and happy holidays, and see you then after the break.
Yep, thank you. Right, see
Okay.
you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Bye.
All right. Yeah, I think with that we are done basically.
Yeah, that
Um,
was.
that was pretty
I,
good
I
race.
don't know what that was. And that was those interviews. They destroyed me.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the best races so far this season. That was really enjoyable. So yeah, thanks all for watching, guys. Matt, you've got anything left to say?
That's not for me. No, I just thank you for tuning in, whether it's on stream today, whether it's on YouTube, and yeah, and just everyone that raced in tier 2, enjoy your Christmas break and tune into tier 2 on Friday if you're watching this live. Just before Christmas, final race for GSR before Christmas, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't say anything else. So, guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna rate another league race channel here on Twitch. So, send
TRL, I
greetings
think, is streaming.
from GSR. You can't rate TRL, unfortunately.
Oh.
But anyway, they're racing Brazil at charging league racing, so leave a like there, set hearts, stuff like that. And yeah, see you guys then on Friday again for G2, and then we're gonna have a little break and see you guys in the next year, 2026. Until then, I'm sorry for my time with that. Have a good evening, and bye bye.
Bye bye.